Well, we got Jan back out, guys.
Hey, Jan.
Hey. Hey, guys.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
We welcomed ground-penetrating radar expert Jan Franke back to help us with another one of our current investigations. Between the area known as the Triangle and the Mesa, where we've detected a possible underground structure.
We had a team come out and do a balloon-based deep penetrating radar survey.
Okay.
We also have some magnetometer data from a few years ago that shows magnetic anomalies,
Okay.
which suggest that we're looking at something metallic, possibly even a tunnel of some kind.
Okay.
Over the past 3 years, we've conducted a magnetometry scan as well as an aerial radar scan in this area. And both of them identified a possible metal tunnel running underground between the Triangle and the Mesa. So today, Jan is going to use a special ground-penetrating radar device to get us more data and help us figure out if that could really be true.
Our ambition is to do a survey in this area of the Triangle.
Absolutely, we can do that, yes. Well, guys, so this time I brought a much deeper penetrating system. I've improved it over the last year. That'll give us much higher resolution.
Perfect.
Jan is going to scan back and forth across the area in what's called a push broom pattern. As he does this, the GPR will send radio signals into the ground that bounce off of objects or structures. If any are detected, the device will produce an image on what is known as a radargram. Now, while Jan's GPR is mainly designed to send radio signals into the ground, some of them will actually go up, meaning that he could also detect things above him. That would be a good thing for us, because we've documented a lot of anomalies above the Triangle. So if anything passes over him, we might be able to image that as well.
Okay, got it? All right, let's start assembling it.
While Jan and Caleb were running the GPR scan at the Triangle,
And off we go.
me, Thomas, and Dragon went about a half-mile over to the east field to conduct a different experiment to follow up on something strange that happened 2 weeks ago.
Let's put the launch pad right here.
We were conducting a drone-based infrared Lidar scan when Jim Royston suddenly began losing GPS data at very specific spots above the east field.
Uh-oh. What happened, Eric?
Something that we couldn't explain was blocking the GPS signal.
Let's go launch this thing.
Okay.
So we've decided to launch rockets equipped with GPS devices up into those same dead spots to see if we could get repeated data or even stimulate some kind of phenomenon that might help us figure out what's going on in that area.
Eric, the rocket's armed and we're ready to launch.
Copy you, standing by for launch.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, launched, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Something's going on with the signal there.
yes.
Very interesting. We get this weird bump above the ground. I can't explain that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, Eric and Travis, if you guys can hear me.
As Jan and I were dragging his GPR through the Triangle, Jan said about 5 to 10 seconds after that rocket launch that he was getting something interesting above us.
Did you hear what he said? That radar picked up something in the air when we launched the rocket. At the Triangle.
I'm wondering if we did have some kind of
Interaction, or we did get some kind of reading of something moving above us.
So that's really interesting. I can't wait to see that data.
We couldn't believe it when Jan detected something in the air with his GPR device above the Triangle after our first rocket launch. He was trying to find an underground tunnel, but clearly some of the radio signals bounced off of something over his head.
We're ready to launch the next.
Rocket with a GPS tracker on it. Are you ready?
Standing by for launch.
We had no idea what it could have been, so we wanted to launch another rocket as fast as we could to see if it would happen again.
Hey, Caleb, be advised that we are going to launch the rocket in less than 30 seconds. Be prepared.
If we're going to launch another rocket, we should stand still and we watch for it and see if we see anything above us.
Okay.
Okay, battery's gonna go hot right now. Preparing to launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What in the hell is going on? This makes no sense at all. That is not what that rocket did. I want an explanation for this. During the rocket launch, the rocket didn't go straight into the mesa, but what it appeared to do was to corkscrew on its way up. The altitude that it is reported to have reached is nowhere near where the rocket actually went. How is that even possible? Caleb, you copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
Are you still seeing any of that artifact at 30 to 40 feet?
Roger that, I am. Yes, it is definitely there, and it occurred maybe 4 or 5 seconds after the launch.
Wow.
We saw the exact same effect. 5 or 6 seconds after that rocket launched, we see movement at a range of about 40 feet. I can't explain that at all. I need to process that data, but that's something of real interest.
Hey, guys.
Come on in.
Before we jump into Jan's data, I want to look at some rocket launch data with you guys. Now I want to show you the GPS data for that first flight.
I'm excited to see what you got.
The next morning, we couldn't wait to see if Jan was able to find evidence of a tunnel underground in the Triangle area. But first, we really wanted to review the GPS data from our Eastfield rocket launch when Jan's GPR device simultaneously detected something above ground at the Triangle.
Okay, so you tell me, what's wrong with this picture?
The rocket went straight up to 2,000 feet.
And you see these points over here? They're inside the mesa. Now,
Yeah, they are. Look at that.
look exactly where they went in.
Wow.
That's right where we saw the UAP last year go into the mesa.
That's a good point. The entry point right there. Crazy, man.
The GPS data shows this rocket flew straight at the mesa and directly into a spot that we call the endpoint. Now that's where we've seen a UAP enter the Eastfield Mesa and then exited a half a mile away before disappearing into thin air near the Triangle. We don't know what's causing the GPS errors, but it is obvious that something has prevented us from getting accurate data on Skinwalker Ranch.
And at the exact same time, Jan was picking up those radar anomalies.
That's right. Jan had the GPR set up when we did this launch, and he picked up something in the sky that seemed to be 40 feet above him over the Triangle.
Yes, exactly. We can actually see that on this data set.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay? So the radar is continuously running. It's taking readings 10 times a second. Now, what is the radar really detecting? It's detecting changes. And we're in an open field, and there's no cows or anything else moving. So if we just stand still and nobody moves, then there shouldn't be any changes at all. So what I want you to do is take a look at the bottom of the screen, okay? So here's what's interesting. The launch happened, I happen to get the timestamp off of it, right here, okay? About 6 seconds later, 5 seconds later, we have this blip. It's probably sitting around 40 feet
Above the ground.
and that's a very, very strong blip. Okay, now, what does that mean? Okay, something changed and created an interference.
So we launched a rocket a mile away from you, and you detected some sort of anomaly.
Yeah.
Happened about 40 feet above you.
Yeah, well, I assure you there was nothing above us, but
Okay.
nothing that we could see.
Nothing that you could see. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
right.
That's the point.
And I saw that, and I was like, what just caused that?
It happened twice, if I remember
So-
correctly.
That's right. So here's the interesting part. Repeatability, right? That's how
Yeah.
science works.
Yeah.
Check this out. So we'll go along in time, and it happened again. Right
Wow,
there.
look at that.
This happened after your second launch.
So that means somehow or other launching a rocket in the East Canyon field down there, somehow at the triangle, we detect an electromagnetic disturbance that...
Well, no, we detect an object.
We detect an object
that appears and disappears.
That appears and disappears for just a few seconds. What on earth is that?
Eric, you copy?
Yeah, Jim, go ahead.
Hey, we've been out to Triangle, and I gotta tell you, we just picked up some really strange LiDAR up there that we're trying to figure out.
What do you mean by strange?
We got this weird anomaly over the triangle.
What do you think he's talking about?
I don't know.
Last week, we recorded images of a UAP that suddenly appeared right above the spot that we call the triangle. So this morning, Eric and I asked Jim Royston and Sam DeRizo of Auditech to scan the area with their drone-based infrared LiDAR device to see if it could reveal what might have caused that phenomenon.
We flew the drone one time, got some very interesting, kind of crazy LiDAR data that does kind of confirm some of the things we saw last year.
All that recorded?
Yeah, we have it recorded, and
I'm gonna send you the data right now, and then we'll come in and take a look at it.
Copy that. Go ahead and shoot it over. I want to see it.
this is my controller.
For the LiDAR?
Yes. I called Sam over and had him go ahead and pull out his cell phone, is what he's capturing this on. So if you play this, that's right in the center, right above the triangle. You'll see as I turn this around, you'll see this weird symmetry.
It's like a donut floating there. Keep it going. Let's look at the different views you give us.
Okay, so what the hell is generating these returns?
And look how clean the lines are around it. That's what just kind of blew my mind.
You know, the interesting thing to me is it looks kind of funnel-shaped.
Whoa.
You know, the really crazy piece to this is this looks like it could be an extension of whatever that is you saw last year. That bright circle, perfect circle you measured last year on the ground.
It's in the same location.
Yeah, yeah.
That is just tantalizing, guys.
It looks like a dadgum hourglass, or the pictures that you see on papers and graphics of traversable Lorentzian wormholes. I mean, think about it.
Wow.
For much of the last century, scientists such as Albert Einstein have theorized that wormholes, which are passageways between two distant points in space, could actually exist. And what Jim and Sam have captured on their LiDAR device appears to have the very structure of a theoretical wormhole. Could that be what exists above the triangle? And is that what's causing all these phenomena to happen in this area?
I want to catch this thing again.
Absolutely.
I want us to do whatever it takes to catch that thing again.
Yep.
This triangle's got us.
Yep, we need to load all that in the truck.
After what Jim and Sam showed us on their LiDAR scan, Eric and I wanted to get the team out to the triangle immediately.
All right, here we go.
We wanted to see if the phenomenon would reappear so we could figure out exactly what it was.
You got the plate?
Yep. All right. Because rockets have repeatedly helped us observe phenomena on the ranch, our plan was to launch several of them equipped with GPS devices straight up above the triangle and then photograph each launch with high-speed cameras. The goal was to see if we could cause anything to appear that was potentially related to the ring-shaped LiDAR anomaly that Jim Royston had just recorded.
Rocket's hot.
And while we finished getting ready, Eric headed to a brand new observation post we call the Black Box. It's located southeast of the triangle, and it enables him to monitor the live GPS data from each of the rockets as they pass through the area where we detected the strange LiDAR ring.
We're armed.
Rocket's hot.
We'll be launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
What have we got? Oh, wow. Hey, Eric, you copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Travis.
Yeah, Eric, I'm looking at this trace.
It got to about 2,000 feet high, but this is showing it only about 150 feet or something.
I'm seeing that. It looks like it headed right towards the exit point of that UAP from last year.
Holy crap. It sure does. That is really weird. Now, we all saw that rocket shoot straight up a couple thousand feet in the air. But the data from the GPS device inside of it showed that at an altitude of 150 feet, it turned northeast toward the face of the nearby mesa, where last year we saw a UAP exit from that very same spot. So could all of this be related to the thing that Jim Royston spotted today on his Lidar scans? Maybe launching another rocket could get something to happen that would help us find out. All right, everybody, be advised, we're about to launch another rocket in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, Travis?
Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
The data looks really messed up.
I don't know what's really going on above the triangle, but right where we captured new LiDAR images of a ring-like anomaly earlier today, the rockets that we just launched are showing GPS data that doesn't match at all with their actual flight paths.
I have no idea what to make of that.
That makes no sense.
Okay, well, we're gonna try again.
You dang gum right we are. Hey, everybody, be advised, we're gonna launch in less than 1 minute. So we wanted to keep launching rockets up through the triangle to see if whatever was causing this might actually be revealed. You good there?
I think so.
All right.
Okay, we got juice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The GPS data from that rocket is wrong too. It says the rocket didn't go high at all. Look, it just went to the west of the triangle again.
Dude.
Hey, Eric, it looks like it turned and went west of the triangle.
Yeah, I get it. Travis, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know what we're looking at here.
At launch, the GPS data looks nothing at all like the actual trajectories of the rockets. I'm watching them in the cameras. We really need to understand what is happening in this airspace over the triangle.
That's crazy right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis. I'm just gonna shut down out here and take a look at the data.
Copy that. Hey, everybody, that's the last launch. We're gonna start breaking down.
Thank you, Travis.
What are we looking at today, Eric?
Well, let me bring up the camera footage. So this is a single camera looking up this launch tower. You know, this is the post-process where we have that embossed effect. And so here you see just immediately after the first rocket launch, you can see there is something that shows up that it's not our rocket.
What is it that we're looking at that's kind of coming out of that thing?
Yeah, you're talking about these lobes on either side,
what
yeah.
the crap is that?
So we've got this, I'll call it a cylindrical center.
Mm-hmm.
It's a line, and then we have these two lobes on either side.
I don't know what that is.
Now I'll take us back out to the original. So watch as this evolves. Okay, so I'm gonna go forward 1 frame. Okay.
Go forward again.
Mm-hmm.
Go one more.
Whatever this additional feature is on the side of the main body of this thing, and it goes from what would be the aft portion of it to the fore portion of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's what it looks like to me.
It looks like wings. No, I mean, not like bird wings or insect wings. It look like airplane wings.
Folding down.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
One more time. Go one more frame. So look at the top. It's shinier than,
You're speaking of this part here.
whatever that is.
Okay.
It seems to be shinier than the rest of it.
It has a very defined, rigid edge.
Yeah, it seems like it stays very consistent.
Yeah. So it's got definition. And I don't know that I've ever seen anything exactly like this before. This is in that same time frame. Within a few minutes. You see it over here?
Look at that. Oh, that's crazy, man.
And then we'll dive in here.
All right. What I'll tell you, my brains tell me it's the same object. as the previous one, or same type of object?
The same class of object. Well, let me move to the next one. So here we have a third instance of...
It looks similar to the same thing.
I think it's the same thing. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's the same thing. So we have 3 videos of the same category of object right after the first launch, but I don't think there's any decision we can make on it right now.
Could Eric be right that the answers to all the UAPs and other phenomena we've recorded between the Triangle and the Mesa and the East Field might actually be underground? Is there a connection between the ring-like anomaly we've detected on Lidar and the possible tunnel that was identified by Lunason last year?
Okay, well, you know, this has been a great review, so I appreciate you guys sitting at the table with me.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.